What is up, everybody? I am Cortland.
And I'm Justin.
And welcome to episode 14 of Better Off Reds, your weekly Reds talk show. Be sure to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, and your favorite podcasting apps. Our live shows normally are every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. On Facebook Live and YouTube. And after we are done, the audio versions of the shows will go up shortly after that. So, Justin.
Yeah, we're doing a special 10 a.m. Saturday edition. Due to the trade deadline, we weren't available Friday to do it. But really, we could have done it like on Wednesday because I think the Reds were done after Wednesday or Thursday. I mean,
we held out hope. We held out a little bit of hope, though.
But they did. I feel like they made some good moves. We'll talk about them here in a little bit. But how have you been?
Not bad. I've been enjoying this little stint that they've been going on. The game that I went to wasn't so great. There were some good moments in it.
I'm pretty sure you're banned from the stadium now, right?
Yeah, it's not very good at all.
You're 0 for 2 this year?
Yeah, I'm a very bad luck charm.
Yeah, don't go back.
But since then, I think it's like they kind of need me there. And then they're just like, gosh, dang it. Like, that guy's here. But then once they see that I'm not there, they just turn it on and turn it around. So,
yeah, that could be it.
Right.
I don't think it is, though. I think you are bad luck. But let's see here. So the Reds, they had a bit of a rough patch.
Yeah.
You know, they weren't playing so well. And then the Cubs come to town. And the Cubs are not good this year. And they start off game 1 with a bang, right? This game was back and forth quite a bit. It's in the bottom of the 9th, I believe. That game didn't go to extras, right? It was bottom of the 9th, right?
Right.
Yeah. And they load the bases. The Reds. The Reds allow the Cubs to load the bases, sorry. And it's Amir Garrett comes in to then save the day. I forgot who the pitcher was before that. Do you remember? Was it Osich?
Maybe, or Osich or Brock. I'm not sure.
Let's look it up. Either way, one of them loads the bases. They bring in Amir Garrett. And then Amir Garrett, Javier Baez is just like, they bring Javier Baez in. Of course, they have bad blood this year. I mean, we've all seen it. You know, it's just the way it is. It may have been Heath Hembury. Holy smokes. I hope it wasn't Hembury. I think it was now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, it was Hembury. So they load the bases. And they bring in Amir to save it. The Cubs bring in Javier Baez off the bench because he strikes out. He has the highest strikeout percentage, so they couldn't rely on him throughout the rest of the game. But Javier Baez is just chirping at Amir Garrett from the beginning. Before he even steps into the box, he's just running his mouth. Amir throws one pitch, and it's a deep fly ball single that wins the game for the Cubs. Javier Baez struts down first, takes his shirt out of his pants, does this little sweep motion with the bat, which is a weird thing to do in game 1, but whatever, you know. And then he throws his bat in the general direction of Amir Garrett.
In the vicinity of the pitcher.
Yeah. Now, I do want to say, because I know we have some people on here, I don't think he's watching the show right now, but he doesn't like Amir Garrett. But I will say, that was not Amir Garrett's fault.
No.
Amir Garrett didn't load the bases.
No.
And the outfield was a 2-man outfield. They brought one of them into the infield for a 5-man infield. If you have 3 outfielders, in all likelihood, one of those ball gets caught. Now with the bases loaded, it doesn't matter. Sack flies, they'll score.
Yeah.
But like I said, Amir Garrett didn't put those runners on base. So I don't blame Amir Garrett for that at all. And I am proud of Amir Garrett because he did pick up the bat, but he didn't do what I thought he was going to do with it, which was beat the crap out of Javier Baez. But yeah, Amir just walked off. The ump kind of like, hey man, like that guy sucks. He strikes out 35% of the time. It's number 1 in majors. He's not even a good shortstop. He's good defensively, but you can't count on him really. This is just a fluke. And Amir was like, yeah, I know, man. I know. And that was it.
It was interesting to see how he handled it because with past great moments in terms of like posters on your wall, I know you were going to get one of the Pirates brawl, but Amir's been the guy that normally just goes all out and just starts throwing haymakers. But
yeah, so I do want to recap a little bit. I know people may be tired of hearing this, but back in was it April? This happened, right? The flex heard around all of baseball, and Castellanos got suspended. So Castellanos scores, flexes. Yadier Molina gets really upset and hurt and sensitive about it. Throws a big fit. the bench is clear, right? Who instigated the benches clearing? You could say it was Castellanos. You could say it was not Amir, sorry, or Yachty, right?
Yeah.
But it was Yachty who grabbed the neck of Castellanos. Okay. Since then, we've seen countless people celebrating and yelling and bat flipping, and the benches haven't cleared, and there haven't been any suspensions. You saw Amir and Baez get into it earlier this year, chirping back and forth. The Cubs come out of their bench, their dugout. Amir gets suspended. What Javier Baez did on game one of that series, in my opinion, was worse than the flex and worse than the chirping from Amir. And I 100% believe that I probably do have some bias as a Reds fan.
Right.
But I mean, it took him like 20 minutes to get to first base. I mean, they should have just like, I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know. I guess. I mean, obviously, it's a call for celebration to hit a walk-off shot.
That wasn't celebrating. That was taunting.
Right. But he went way too overboard with it. Like you said,
Oh, yeah.
the whole sweep thing, like in the first game.
Yeah, which
like
I mean, didn't work out for them.
Right. So, I guess, I mean,
I wonder if he meant I'm going to sweep all the players off the Cubs roster.
Maybe
that's what he meant.
Yeah,
I'm gonna sweep this dynasty
case,
into the garbage.
He did it. He did that. He was very effective in that.
Yeah. But I don't know. So in my honest opinion, I don't think Baez should have been suspended because I also don't think Castellanos or Garrett should have been suspended. But what I do think is that Major League Baseball needs consistency with their punishments, because now you're sending the message that, well, you can act like a jerk and taunt and be a hooligan or whatever,
right,
but if the other team is going to be mature and responsible about it, we just won't do any punishments. I mean, if that's the case, leave the dugout, rough them up a little bit.
Right.
I mean, I hate to see it, but if it'll make things be more consistent, go for it.
Bringing up the whole suspension thing, Clark, one of our very loyal viewers and fans, he messaged me yesterday after Votto hit the home run, and he said Manfred's testing Votto for steroids after he's went on this run, being 37 years old. And I thought he was serious. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" He goes,
"Oh gosh, he might be."
He goes, "No," he said, "but I wouldn't put it past him." He said,
"I wouldn't either."
Any way to screw the Reds, and I thought that was
random drug testing.
I mean, he is 37, but you know,
yeah. I remember I forget who this was or when it was, but there was some NFL player that like stuck his arm out to like block a pass, and like it bounced off his forearm and like went flying, and he like more than it should have, and he got tested for PEDs, and he was like, "I knew that was going to happen."
Your arm's too strong.
I know.
Figure this out.
But what do you think? Should Baez have been suspended, and if so, should the other suspensions have happened? Should any of them happen? What are your thoughts, Cortland?
I mean, I guess if it doesn't incite a benches clearing brawl, no. I mean, yeah, I'm not a fan of the way he acted.
So how do you like, obviously defining inciting a benches clearing brawl is if the bench is clear, but like I feel like what Baez did was way worse than any of the previous two. I mean,
but
I mean, that's just my opinion though.
I think where teams get involved, even if it isn't like full blown like slugfest between benches, if the teams get involved and your guy was the one that, even if it was a celebration, initiated it, I don't think the suspension should be long like they were. I think the suspensions were way too long with the two that we're referring to. But it was a walk-off, and Baez, nothing happened. He was acting the fool, but yeah, I mean,
he was directly chirping at him.
Oh yeah,
and throwing the bat too. That's a risky move.
And I mean, he might have been trying to get him to come at him, knowing that Amir has been suspended already.
But then if Amir does go at him, who gets the suspension? Because based on history, it should be Baez.
Right. It should be. And that's what I think. I think if it does,
it's such a weird thing. I honestly feel like the MLB has dug themselves into a hole with this inconsistent punishment kind of thing.
Right. Because it's like, obviously, I think everybody, the whole common sense of it is the guy that starts it should be the one to receive the punishment. But the MLB is like, well, yeah, he did start it, but that guy did retaliate, and he got in his face, so he's suspended for 7 games.
They fined him. Fun fact about Javier Baez: after the 4-game series with the Reds, in which the Reds won 3 out of the 4, including 3 straight after the sweep gesture by Baez. Baez, I guess, decided he just enjoyed the abuse and went to the Mets during the trade deadline, who the Reds are currently playing, and already they won game 1. So
technically, does yesterday fall under another loss for Baez? Because
I'm counting it because he was technically in Met yesterday.
Friday, so,
I mean, it's because he didn't play still in Met. He didn't play half the games against the Reds. They're in the series with the Cubs, so he
So now
just
we have a
likes the
chance
abuse.
to take 2 more from him.
That must be his kink, getting beat by the Reds.
Yeah, he had to move to the team that was playing them right after him.
Can we have another trade deadline? I'd really like to play for the Twins next, and then maybe the Pirates, please. Baez, you chump. Anyway, let's talk about something amazing.
Yeah.
Joseph Daniel Votto, first baseman for the Reds. You ever heard of him?
Yeah, I think so. I think he bangs, if I'm correct.
Did he get called up this year? Is he some sort of
Rookie?
prospect? Low-level
Yeah.
prospect?
I heard they're drug testing him, according to
Really?
a credible
Maybe.
source. Yeah.
Man, it's been fun to watch him. And like each game, it's like one of those things where a lot of times, well, so I guess if you are living under a rock, Votto has now hit 9 home runs over 7 consecutive games, which is the second most in all of baseball. He's 1 game away from tying the record, which we just found out was shared by, I forgot, Don Mattingly, Ken Griffey Jr., and somebody else.
Other guy. Yeah,
sorry, third guy.
Random.
Hopefully there'll be 4 of you soon. Yeah.
I was going to say, because I was at the game too, the second game that he hit.
Yeah.
And even though it didn't work out in our favor, man, seeing that home run, because he's just jacked up.
Yeah.
And the longer it keeps going, the more fired up he is. But like he hit that home run to take the lead early in the game, and he came around the bases, and he was just freaking pumped. The stadium was going nuts. And now he just keeps doing it. It's just so amazing. I'm so happy that he's doing it because, like, I know he doesn't have a lot of time left, but
maybe he does though. Maybe he's unlocked something,
and that would be amazing. So either way, it's just fun to watch. If it is the last hurrah, kind of, I'm so happy to be a part of it because we'll talk about it forever. But
they asked him because, like, obviously Votto's had this reputation. Like he always had generally good power numbers. Like he would hit 25, 35 around there a lot. But this is actually his high. He's already hit his highest home run total since 2017, which, if I remember correctly, was the year he came in second in MVP voting to Giancarlo Stanton, which really sucked because that was a good year for Votto. Should have been his. And Stanton went to the AL, but after that year. But he already has 21 homers this year with a 278 batting average, 59 RBI. I mean, it's just been fun to watch, and he's always been known for being like an on-base guy, low strikeout guy. His strikeouts are up.
Right.
I mean, he has 8 strikeouts over these 7 games. But it doesn't matter. Like, it just doesn't right now. And they asked him, they're like, "Hey, what are you doing differently?" He's like, "Oh, I'm trying to hit home runs." Like, which I think that's the first time he's like tried to hit home runs consistently.
And he's changed the swing, and they asked him, I think a couple of weeks ago, like, how is it going? And he said it still needs a little bit more work. So I don't know if he thinks he can get to where he wants to be with it. And he's just
I think he might be there.
Yeah, like he's just trying to crush the ball now. Like he's dropped trying to completely master it because now it's working to a point that he doesn't have to try to fix it. But yeah, it's insane that he had 12 home runs 7 games ago. That is just to think about. He had 12 home runs. I mean, the season really is almost over.
Oh yeah,
and he now has 21. He now has as many or more than pretty much all of the Reds batters.
Yeah,
in a span of 7 games. It is.
Do you think he'll be? Do you think he'll be named Major League Baseball's Player of the Month?
Oh, I would think so. Yeah.
So if he does, that means that he should get on MLB The Show. He should get the Player of the Month Lightning card that you can get. I want that so bad.
To play it to get that card. Just so
Tyler Stevenson had one last month because they do 9 of them. Well, they do like 9 of them a month or something like that. And he was like the worst card for that month. It was like an 84 gold. But they worked their way up to like the Lightning, like max level card. And I think Kyle Schwarber was the one last month, and he had like 18 home runs in like 15 days or something stupid. Like he had a lot of home runs. I probably made that number up. I know I made that number up, but he had a lot. But I mean,
the third guy, Dale Long from 1956. That's why we don't know who he is.
That's why, because we were not alive then. Neither were my parents. So they don't even know who he is. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, man, it's been fun to watch Votto. I mean, I would love to see this continue every game until the end of the season, obviously. But like, I don't know if it could. I mean, he'd be the guy I would trust to do it.
Right. And like it's infectious, man.
It is. India yesterday too.
Yeah, I know.
Hitting 2
That's
of
like
them.
he's pumping everybody up. And if we get the guys back that we're hoping to get back in a shorter time than everybody's saying, it could just be the absolute spark that's needed to push us over the edge to get in. But yeah, it's just so freaking cool to watch. It makes you want to watch the game just for that. I don't care. I mean, I want them to win, but I'm just going to tune to the game tonight just to watch every Votto at bat to see if he hits another one.
Yeah, it is kind of coming that like, did Votto get a home run today? I mean, he's just. I know it is one thing we do have to keep in mind is a small sample, 7 games,
Yeah.
not a lot. But man, has it been a fun 7 games, and I would like to see it continue. Like, I don't want his streak to end. I want him to not only tie the record. I want him to beat the record.
Yeah,
but we
because now he
will.
holds it for the Reds. He's the only Red to ever hit this many.
Yep. All right. Something big happened yesterday. It was the MLB. I almost said NBA. It felt like the NBA trade deadline, didn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
Holy crap.
It was probably the most invested I've been in one in a long time just because all the big names and stuff. So,
oh my God. I mean, there were big names. I mean, it honestly looked like an NBA trade deadline because in the NBA, people get traded all the time and big stars get moved around like it's nothing. And that's exactly what happened this week. So ownership, they finally woke up. They were hibernating and they come out of their slumber. And they did make some moves. They acquired Justin Wilson and Luis Cessa from, I hope I'm saying that right, from the Yankees for a player to be named later. Yankees fans they think it's gonna be like Winker or Castellanos, which I think is hilarious.
Oh gosh, yeah,
it'll be like
insane.
some mid-level prospect probably. Wilson does have a 7.11 ERA on the year, which looks bad, but it's really inflated to one game where he had just 5 earned runs. So the number's inflated. He had one bad game. For a reliever, one bad game will kill your ERA.
Right.
Don't worry about that.
We know all about that.
We sure do. Cessa has a 2.75 ERA. Then they acquire Michael Givens from the Rockies for prospects Case Givens and Noah Davis, who will most likely be later traded for like Shohei Ohtani and Mike Trout, given the history of Reds dealing prospects away. Let's see here. Givens has a 2.56 ERA on the year, and he pitched at Coors.
Right.
His ERA away from Coors is a 0.69.
That's insane.
Nice.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So yeah, they made some bullpen additions, which was our biggest weakness. Obviously, how many games have we lost because of the bullpen? Cortland, have you lost count?
I think all of our losses are from the bullpen, if I'm not mistaken.
There are a couple, I think, where we just didn't put runs on the board.
But other than that, if the runs were there, we wouldn't have to put as many runs on the board if it wasn't for the bullpen.
I mean, definitely a lot of them. I mean, I think it's like 15, I would say easily that the bullpen has given up, which you had 15 wins to our win column. And
oh gosh, we're up by eight games.
Yeah. So my question is to you, Cortland, are these bullpen moves too little too late?
I don't think so. And we have it in here to talk about it because the guys that need to be hot are hot. I know there's other stuff we wanted, but with how the team is playing at the other positions we were questioning about getting, I think that was the right move. I mean, it might come back to bite us because we didn't make a big push. But again, we don't want to just try to pick somebody up for a couple months and waste any kind of money if we can have the players that are doing it right now continue their success. So, yeah, I think they got what they needed. And I think the guys coming back, when they do come back, will kind of smooth over the whole shortstop question everybody was having. And they kind of already have, the guys that are in right now. But if we get our other stars back, then we don't have to rely so heavily on these kind of gadget players that are just playing out of their mind right now. So I hope they continue to play out of their mind. But
yeah. So one thing is, the Reds didn't add a shortstop. Both our Trevor Story was on the market. And now he makes like $18 million a year. So I guess the Reds probably didn't want to pay that amount, which is a lot of money. But Trevor Story didn't get moved. He'll be a free agent at the end of the year. Trey Turner was available. Trey Turner is in my opinion, probably the best shortstop in baseball. He was available. He would have cost a lot. He would have cost
Yeah.
probably two former Reds. No, only one former Red prospect. Um, he would have cost a lot though. But excuse me, he would have been a great addition. Obviously, I mean, he would have been one that if you could have traded for him and then signed him long term, I mean, that would have been you wouldn't have to worry about shortstop for a decade.
Right.
I mean, he's fast and he hits for power. I mean, just good on base guy. But we didn't get him. Let's see here. Byron Buxton was available. He could have addressed center field needs because center field, I mean, who is our center fielder? Will it be Senzel when he comes
Right.
back, or will he go to third or short? Will it be Shogo? Because I mean, Shogo is good defensively, but like
Yeah. He
still not
hasn't
really hitting
been
that well.
that. Yeah.
A lot of people I've been noticing on Facebook or not Facebook, Twitter, they've been saying, the Reds don't need a shortstop. They don't need a shortstop. They have Kyle Farmer. And yeah, Kyle Farmer in July is batting 382 with 4 homers, 8 RBI, 4 walks, and 14 strikeouts. So yeah, he is batting for a high average. But my concern there is he was batting 210 last month,
Right.
236 the month before that, and 174 in April. So do I think that Kyle Farmer is going to hit 382 for the rest of the year? No, I don't.
No. The problem is though, I will say his defense has been stellar.
Oh, defensively, he's good.
I wouldn't think that his defenses would be as good as it has been and as consistent as it has been. He's been making some amazing plays at shortstop. But again, like I know. What'd you say? 174 the month before that?
For Farmer?
Yeah.
He was 174 in April.
So
Yeah.
174, pretty much the beginning of the season. He's been doing way, 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 way better than Suarez, who has now moved to the 7th batting spot in the lineup. At least he was yesterday. I take Farmer over Suarez right now, man. It's just so hard to, because like I get it, like you said, like Turner, they get the guy and sign him for 10 years. But if you have a Kyle Farmer who's not worth hardly anything in terms of contract, and he's producing now, he may stay hot. I would keep the defense there. Now, if he goes ice cold, then then obviously our problem is still there. Yeah. But
I think honestly, I think you've got to put Senzel at third. I mean, maybe you put Senzel. Well, I guess you'll have Moose back too. Maybe.
Yeah. And that's what I've heard a lot of talk about Senzel just taking back over to center field these last couple of weeks where they've been talking about the guys coming back. So
while Farmer's bat's hot, you leave him in. You have to leave him in. Sure. You don't move Senzel to short just because Senzel's back. I think you put Moose at third and Senzel at center.
Yeah. And then Suarez is out.
Well, he's just be a bench bat. Yeah. I'm not giving up on Suarez. I'm giving up on Suarez this year. Yeah. But I'm not giving up on Suarez as the Reds' third baseman. I think he needs to work through some stuff this offseason. I honestly think him and Votto will probably work together, I would imagine.
I would hope. Yeah.
Votto will probably hopefully get his head straight, and I'm hoping to see him have a resurgence next year. I want all the haters and doubters to feel silly because I genuinely think, we know the talent is there. We have seen the talent. Right. It doesn't just slip away like that. Something's in his head. Something's in his mechanics. He's just got to figure it out. So
I think it's just where he's been so good without. Not that he doesn't work at it. He is so naturally talented, especially hitting the ball.
Yeah.
And when that leaves you, or you start facing stuff that you can't just go up there and just like his whole thing is good vibes only. Like when you can't just go up there and just not worry about it, and you have to really look at your pitches and think of what's coming. He's got to be more, I guess, aware of the ball, aware of the pitch, more so than he normally is, because he has the power to just absolutely crush balls. So why would he not go up there and think like, oh yeah, I don't have to worry about nothing? And now he does. So I think you're right. I think if he can get, especially with Votto, who is a guy that had, like you said, decent power, and he still does, but that has had to completely adjust the way he approaches batting multiple times. The last however many years, Votto has been changing his batting style to make up for his natural ability that's kind of left him as the years have gone by. And not that Suarez is super young. It's just that time starting to happen where he has to adjust. And if he doesn't, then he's done. I mean, I think you're right. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm normally I'm an optimist, but if he does not take it seriously this offseason, I think he could be done. I think he
I
can
think
get
I mean I obviously don't know Suarez as a human being,
right.
but I mean I know that he probably enjoys being an MLB baseball player. I don't think
Right.
he'd want that to go away. So I think that I would really like to think that him and Votto will work together and
Yeah.
help get his head straight, because I honestly do think it's something mental. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, the way we look at him take good pitches and swing at bad ones too, maybe there's a
Mhm.
vision problem as well. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a possibility.
Like a Jameis Winston thing for the NFL. He had to get
Yeah.
eye surgery. So
So I don't know, but so let's see here. So the Reds, like we said, didn't address shortstop. They didn't address anything in center field, bench bat, even a starter. I kind of would have liked to have seen them pick up a starter. One trade actually that really irritated me was there were two players I actually had my eye on, and that was Kyle Gibson and Ian Kennedy on the Rangers. And I thought, man, those are both going to be they're overperforming, they're cheap, most likely. I was like, that'd be the perfect trade because you get a starter and a reliever,
yeah.
and they both got packaged in a deal to the Phillies. So that one really kind of bummed me out because that would have been like a pretty cheap trade, I think, to make.
Yeah.
Um, and it just didn't happen. That would have been, gosh, Kyle Gibson's been lights out this year. Um, so let's see when when the Reds made those trades for the bullpen. I think all of Reds Nation was like, heck yes, we did it, right? But then our competition also did it, and you
Yeah.
can make the argument that they did it much larger. So the Brewers added Eduardo Escobar, Daniel Norris, and John Curtis. So two pitchers and a super hot third baseman right now. Which Escobar might still be. He started off the year really, really hot. So he'll be a pain anytime the Brewers are in town. I'm gonna look up his numbers real quick. You want to talk about who the Padres added?
Yes. Let me get back to the notes.
Oh my
I was
gosh.
reading an article, and I'll bring it up later.
So Escobar
Um,
hasn't been that hot. He's batting 247, but he has 23 homers and 66 RBI. So he's a good power guy. But yeah,
okay, so the Padres, obviously, they're already good. They got better as well. They had a Daniel Hudson and Adam Frazier, who was from the Pirates. They also got Scherzer, but he ended up with the
they
Dodgers.
almost got him.
Oh, excuse me, sorry, almost got
Yeah.
Scherzer, but he ended up with the Dodgers along with Trey Turner. So yeah, the three in the NL West got even better than they already are, and the Dodgers are already just insane, and they added a ton of people. I don't know how they did it. I mean, hopefully,
With former Reds prospects.
well, yeah, that's true.
They used one prospect to get Mookie Betts, and they used another Reds prospect to get Turner and Scherzer. So,
It's
yay.
yeah, we'll see how they turn out.
Yeah. Um, yeah, the Dodgers can honestly probably field an all-star team at this point.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It's
They
ridiculous.
they added, I mean, the best pitcher at the moment, probably, or close to the best pitcher. He's just going lights out. And like you said, Turner, you think he's just the best. And I think a lot of people agree. But then you have the Giants, who also got better by adding a NL Central player, Chris Bryant,
Yeah.
to them. So they didn't get a lot. I mean, he's very good. So
Oh,
they
it's a
didn't.
huge pickup though
Yeah,
for them. Yeah.
it's they needed him badly. So that's
Yeah.
big time for them. And that just hurts because those three are the ones that are just having a monopoly on the NL playoff race. So
I mean, if it ended right now, the Brewers would have the Central.
mhm,
I forgot who's on the lead of the NL West, but I mean, one of those three teams would have the NL West, and the other two would have the wild cards.
yeah,
Um, and the Reds would be looking on the outside looking in. So, um, yeah, it's not good. Now, I was listening to MLB Network Radio. I talked to you about this a little bit before. So right now, at the moment, San Francisco actually has the lead on that division, which is kind of surprising. The Dodgers are in second. The Padres are in third. Um, the Reds actually aren't too far behind the Padres
no, they're
for that
close.
second. They're 4 games behind, so that's obtainable.
We are
But
third, right? We're third for that spot right now.
third, we're 4 games behind the Padres. Yeah.
Yeah.
So on MLB Network Radio, they're basically saying that you're going to need those NL West teams where they're still going to be playing each other quite a bit to just kind of beat each other up. Like 2 of those
Right.
teams really need to beat up the third one more so than the other two. So it's if they all beat each other up kind of evenly, it's not going to
Right.
to help that much. But if two of them really just beat the snot out of one of them, then it will definitely open the door wide open for the Reds. I would still prefer the Reds to get there to taking the Central.
Right.
I just that's what I want. However, knocking out either the Padres or Dodgers or Giants would also be ideal. As crazy as it sounds, the Giants being the number one team in the NL West, I think they are the weakest of those three teams.
Yeah.
So I would actually prefer to see probably the Dodgers get knocked out. Really,
Yeah.
San Diego, huh?
That's just, I mean, 100%. I think that's the one you try to take out. I mean, I don't know if it probably ain't gonna happen, but gosh, that'd be best case scenario. That'd be
well, the Brewers play the Dodgers, I think, twice.
Yeah.
Coming up. So maybe the Brewers could beat them up a little bit. I don't know.
Or they beat the Brewers up. Either way,
that's a win. Yeah. I've been thinking like taking the NL Central would be the best, but I mean, maybe not. Maybe it is taking the wild card.
To knock out one of the 3 NOS wild cards, that really might be the better play. But hey, whatever way we get in, I really don't care. So
okay. So the Dodgers are on a 2-game losing streak. The Padres have lost 1 game, and the Reds have won 4 in a row. So that's how the top 3 teams in the NL or the NL wild card are looking at the moment. I don't know what the Giants have been up to. They're very good though. They lost 1 as well. So
did you see Buster Posey get blasted with that ball? Did you see that?
When?
It was off of a hit and it knocked the paint off of his mask.
Gee.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That sucks.
And so the person that posted it said he got 2 concussions at once right there because it just absolutely lasered him. I'll have to find it. I'll have to send it to you.
All right. But, so anyway, do you think the Reds have done enough to make the postseason given the moves our competition?
Yes. Made? If it's with the guys coming back, if Farmer continues to do what he's doing and we don't get the guys back as fast as we think we will, yes, I think the bullpen is enough to make the push we need. If Farmer stops, we have to get the guys back and they have to come in red hot because we can't lose one and bring in like 2 or 3 cold bats to replace 1 hot bat. So, I mean, that gives us better odds because if we could get Moose, Senzel, Castellanos back relatively in the same time frame, then we have
Antone and Sims.
Antone and Sims and Lorenzen, which we haven't got to see him do anything other than get hurt. He's now activated again, so we'll see. He might do something.
I forgot the Dodgers also traded for Danny Duffy. So they traded for 2 starters, which tells me that they're not planning on Trevor Bauer being back this year.
Oh, I'm sure not. Yeah.
Maybe ever, honestly. Yeah. If he does find a way to come back, though, that rotation is terrifying. I mean, Kershaw's on the IL right now, but they've got Buehler, Scherzer, Urias, Gonsolin, Price, Duffy, and on the slim chance, Trevor Bauer. So I know they did extend Trevor Bauer's administrative leave till I think August 3rd. So I mean, I don't think he'll be back. Not this year.
They're going to distance themselves as hot as they are right now. They ain't going to take any kind of chance of with that.
I did hear where they were basically making the trade for Scherzer, knowing that if Bauer's salary is wiped off the books, they could extend Scherzer.
Man.
So they're already kind of thinking like Bauer's probably not coming back, which is wow. I mean,
yeah, it's could you imagine if we were in the position we were in right now and he was still at the Reds? Like that would just be
I would, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be awful.
We totally dodged a bullet there.
Would
never thought, but we did.
Yeah, it sucks for me. I traded for him from you, I think, wasn't it? Yeah, he's just sitting on my bench. I don't want to cut him because as soon as I cut him, we'll come back.
Because
I gave you a lot.
Did you give me Adams and Giancarlo Stanton?
No, I didn't give you that.
I have them, and I don't know how I got them.
I traded you like, Kyle Tucker, Yordan Alvarez, and
Alvarez.
Shoot, I forget who else. I think I gave you a pitcher too.
And I have Shohei Ohtani for everybody listening.
I didn't give you Shohei. You have both Shoheis, the hitter and the pitcher.
Yep.
All right. So let's. Why don't you take us around the division?
All right. So like we said, our favorite thing to do would be to win the division. That's always more fun rather than squeezing into a wild card spot. But right now the Brewers have a commanding 7-game lead for the division. They're 62-42. They are 7-3 over their last 10, and they're currently playing the Braves. And I believe they beat the Braves last night, right? Pretty handily. The Cardinals are in third. We are in second, but the Cardinals are in third with 52-51 record. They've gone 6-4 over their last 10, and they play the Twins this weekend, so they might get some wins there. The Twins aren't doing too hot, so again, that makes them. What are they behind us? I have it up.
Who are the Twins?
No. The Cardinals. How far behind us are they?
Oh shoot, I don't know. I had to close that window.
They're 2.5. They're 2.5 behind us. So
for the wild card?
No. For the division.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So
they're
2.5 behind, and they're in third, so that's okay. And then the Cubs are fourth at 50-55, and they are literally a team that nobody knows who's on it anymore.
You love to see it, don't you?
They are 3-7 over their last 10, and they're playing the Nationals this weekend, which the Nationals just lost some people too. So
yeah, the Nationals, I think, won their game. They were the only NL East team to win last night, and they are fielding a AAA team basically.
Yeah,
but they're playing a AAA team as well. So
if you guys want to see some AAA baseball, be sure to tune in or head over to Nationals Park or Wrigley Field this week, wherever they're at. And then the Pirates, they're just continuing to lose, and they lost Adam Frazier, their best player. Did that guy ever come back? The other guy,
Brian Hayes.
Yeah,
he's back. I don't know how he's doing though.
He must not be doing that good.
Well, I mean, he's only one guy.
Well, Adam Frazier was one guy for them, and he's gone now. So they're 39-64, and they're playing the Phillies this weekend. So, yeah, we have a chance, but it is narrowing. Like me and Justin were talking before we started the episode, the Brewers playing the Dodgers is probably the only thing in their schedule that helps. Other than that, they have a pretty easy schedule. But we have the 29th easiest, or 20. You know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Second best last of the season schedule going into these last games. So we have the chance to make this push. And I will read something from Castellanos. You asked me if it was enough. Castellanos said yesterday, "This sends such a good message to everybody, to the fan base and to the players. We really see and we appreciate the front office and ownership for that." He's referring to the trades they made, adding to the bullpen. So we made our all-star happy. So hopefully he comes back guns a-blazing, and the bullpen can do the same for him, because they said he was reaching out as soon as he found out about the trades. He was reaching out to the teammates that were already there and the new guys to welcome them to the team.
Gosh,
so
he is such a good clubhouse leader. I hope they find a way to keep him.
So
he can opt out after this year, and I'll be devastated if he's not with the Reds.
I know because it's not to say the guys we've tried to bring in the last couple of years, like Puig and all that stuff, like they were great players and they were great clubhouse guys. I mean, really, but Castellanos is the one that has like taken the reins of the clubhouse. Like Puig, great clubhouse guy, great ability. He didn't do so much for us, but Castellanos is kind of the whole package. So like you said.
Two things I want to add before we go to the injury update. It looks like I accidentally deleted the minor league update section when making these notes. So I did want to mention that Jose Barrero in the month of July is hitting .330 with 6 homers and 23 RBI. So Farmer, if Farmer does fizzle out, there is a really good shortstop waiting down in AAA.
I mean, what do you have to lose? What do you have to lose to bring him?
Or no, he's a double. No, he's a AAA. Sorry, I thought his hat has Chattanooga on his picture, but so he is there if it comes down to it. And also, I want to point out Aristides Aquino. He's been good in July, batting .262 with let's see here, 2 homers and 6 RBI. That's over 42 at bats. So. He's finding some consistency. I've noticed watching him play. He's actually walked 9 times. He has struck out
more pitches.
Yeah, he struck out 22, which is high, but like I mean, he is taking more, which
Right.
is a sign of improvement. I'll take it. I'm very happy to hear that and see that.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, like you said, what 22 strikeouts. I mean, he's still the power bat. I mean, he's not going to let that die. But he is. You can tell being at the game Sunday too. I believe he came up at that Cardinals game with the chance to tie it. He would have had to hit a grand slam. But he worked the pitcher. He's been working pitchers a lot better. He's instead of just taking everything, whether it be strikes or just swinging for the fences at every pitch he sees, he's really been making the pitchers work for it. So, yeah, it's improvement because he's still young, and I'd love to see him. Gosh, just imagine how good he'd be if he could get the other parts of batting down other than homers. So,
I know, which he's been getting a few good, just regular hits as well.
yeah, yeah,
I mean, I definitely think that he is probably, I mean, at most probably a bench bat.
mhm.
But I mean, he's a good bench bat to have, I think, at this point. Trying
Yeah.
to see if I can find his strikeout percentage, but I'm having trouble finding it right now. And we're doing a live show, so I'll just move on. So injury update. We've talked about it a few times. Moose, Senzel, Blandino, and Sims are all set to do rehab assignments. Antone is throwing bullpen sessions, and Castellanos has resumed baseball activities. So
Yes,
those are all very good things to hear. We're about to get the gang back together.
we are,
I'm about
and
to get the band back on the road.
right in time. I mean,
Yes.
I understand if we don't make it. I get it. I understand we're not built to really be the stars right now. Just with the injuries and having to fix the bullpen so late. But we have a chance. I'm always a fighter of the underdog. We are an underdog team, and it's just so much fun to watch. Gosh, it makes the last part of the season just so much fun to watch. I'm finding myself tuning into every game. If I'm home, it's always on. If I am somewhere, I'm checking updates on my phone, and it just makes it fun. It's making baseball fun again to
Yeah.
see this team play. So, thank you, Cincinnati Reds.
Yes.
Now
Thank
you're
you.
watching. So,
All right. Let's do our weekly awards. You ready?
yep.
All right. For play of the week, this is obviously play since our last episode is what we'll call
Yeah.
it. Suga's grab against the wall against the Cardinals.
Yes, that was
Holy
amazing.
smokes.
That
Laid
was awesome.
out for, man. And you can just see, like, when he hit the wall and came down with it, he was like he was just so happy, and it made me happy. And I still think that Shogo Akiyama is the best name in baseball.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's just so cool.
It's like Ichiro Suzuki. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just they have the best names for baseball, especially for the announcers.
Yes.
They go absolutely crazy with them. So, my play of the week, it's I'm gonna say baseball play of the week. I have two. The baseball play of the week is Votto's 3-run shot against the Cardinals at the game I was at, because it's just, I know we didn't win, but it was just amazing to see. And it was the second game of the streak, and he's just on fire, man. He was so pumped. But also there's this lady, I didn't get her name when I was at the game, and one of the Cardinals home run balls was sitting on top of the bullpen net in the outfield, and we were leaving, and I asked politely if she could knock it down for me, and she said, "No, sorry, I can't do that. You're about the 50th person to ask." And I said, "Oh, okay, that's no problem at all." But she goes, "Sir, I can get you another one." I ended up getting 2 balls from the bullpen.
Oh, nice.
And yeah, so my nephew got one, and I brought one home for my son, and she was fantastic. She was such a nice lady. So if you're watching, thank you. I really appreciate it. But yeah,
That's awesome.
she gets my play of the week.
Were they home run balls, or were they like just bullpen
No,
throwing
they're
balls?
bullpen balls, but mine has
That's
dirt on it.
awesome.
Mine has dirt on it, so
Yours
keep
has
being
dirt on it.
thrown.
Yeah. I need to get my I want to get my Sam LeCure ball signed so bad. I want to go, like, whenever he's doing Reds live, like after
Oh,
the game.
yeah. Shout out to Tyler Naquin too. He signed my nephew's ball, and
Oh, did he?
I wasn't down there, but he got down there pretty late, and Naquin was talking to him, and
Nice.
he was just a really good guy. Yeah, do your hitter. I'll be right back.
Okay. Well, my hitter of the week, I assume that Cortland and I will probably have the same hitter, because it makes sense. I think all of baseball should have the same hitter of the week, and that would be Joey Votto, because he's homered 9 times in 7 consecutive games. I mean, Father Time is undefeated, as they always say, but I mean, he is putting up a fight, that's for sure. and he's just having a really good season. He's having a really good stretch right now.
Hang on, let me hear.
Cortland's coming back. Earbuds are in.
All right.
Cortland, my hitter of the week was Joey Votto. I assume that yours will probably be Joey Votto as well.
I knew you were going to say that. So yeah, a consolation, Joey Votto, yeah. But Jonathan India with his two run home or 2 home runs last night. He's also been on kind of a streak himself. I don't know. Let me check his last 7 games.
I'm not sure what his last 7 look like, but I'll look up his July numbers for you. Oh, Jonathan India, where art thou? Oh, that's minor league baseball. Shoot, there it is. I'm dumb. Internet's hard.
Why is it bringing up? It's bringing up Otto.
Oh, his last 7 games, he's 333 with 2 homers, 4 RBI, 3 walks, 6 strikeouts.
There we go.
He's 9 for 30 or 10 for 30. Sorry, math is hard. Numbers are hard.
All those stats are the reason he is my hitter of the week. Also, here's the ball. Where's my?
Let's see that dirt. There's that dirt. Is it
what?
sticky?
Nope, it's not.
No spider tack or anything like that on it?
No. Andrew Miller was pitching, and I'm a fan of Andrew Miller when he was at the World Series Indians team. Because it was always it's Miller time. That's just such a great pitcher catchphrase. So he actually pitched that game. So I'm saying that he was warming up with this ball. Nobody can change my mind.
So July has been India's best month, batting .330 on the month with 4 homers, 12 RBI, 17 walks, which is amazing. He actually had 19 walks in June, so he hasn't even matched his June numbers yet.
Dude, he's so good. I will be so upset if he doesn't win Rookie of the Year.
He leads major leagues in on base percentage, right?
I think so. Oh, there was something else too.
Which is crazy for a rookie. And to think that he's not even in like the rookie, like the national media isn't even like considering him when they're like, who's the rookie of the year?
Who are they even saying?
I don't know. I forget.
I literally don't know anybody else.
There are some. We've got Steven. We have 2 rookies that, in my opinion, could be in the conversation. I'm looking at an odds tracker site right now. So for the where are you? For the NL Rookie of the Year, it's looking like Trevor Rogers from the Marlins has the highest odds. Then India, Ian Anderson, Patrick Wisdom, Jazz Chisholm, which he's been hurt a couple times, so that's probably what's going to knock him out. Brian Hayes, Dylan Carlson, Ryan Ruthers, Tyrone Taylor, Jonathan Daza, Tyler Stevenson, and Ha-Seong Kim from the Cardinals.
How are any of those guys above him?
Trevor Rogers has been the Marlins. Trevor Rogers and Jazz Chisholm have both been very, very good. I still would make the argument that India has been better. So I do think that India probably. Your camera's gone, bud.
Yes, I have a stat to bring up.
Fix that. Okay, what's up?
It's in a picture on my phone. Oh, where's it at? No, did I not save it? Oh
no.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I remember it. It was OPS and Votto was either at the top or close to the top, and Kyle Farmer is in there too. Their OPS right now in the top 10 in the league for the month of July through the month of July, which that's so Farmer. Farmer, honorable mention for hitter of the week as well.
Okay. Pitcher of the week. I'm going to go with Luis Castillo again. He has 11.77 K per 9 since our last episode, 2.77 ERA, a 2-0 record, which is something he has struggled with. Pitchers, honestly, I don't think they should have win-loss records because there's,
so many factors. Yeah,
give up 1 run, but still pitch like a masterpiece, and your offense may not get a hit. So
right.
It's a debatable whatever, but anyway, he has struggled getting a record this year, a good record. So that the fact that he's gone 2-0 in like 10 days is pretty nice.
My pitcher of the week is your boy Wade Miley.
I think it's Tyler Mahle.
He did. He made a little bit of a comeback too.
I think he may have been somebody that's been affected by the sticky stuff.
You think?
That's when he started to go downhill a little bit.
Don't say that. He's on our team.
It is what it is.
Last 7 games for Wade Miley. He has 2-0 record, 2.78 ERA, 45 innings pitched, 35 strikeouts, and only 16
How many innings
walks,
pitched?
45,
And how many strikeouts?
35.
Okay.
And his whip is 1.41 at the moment. So,
Nice.
yeah, he's still lighting it up. And like we said, he pitches today, and that should be a great game to watch. Who's the other pitcher you said?
Rich Hill.
Rich Hill. Yeah. So,
Couple old guys going out there.
yeah, it'll be fun to watch. I'm
I think
excited.
Rich Hill's way older, actually.
That's saying
biggest,
something.
Well, Mally's not that old. I think Mally's
35, right?
Mally's 35? Or not Mally. Miley's 35?
I think so.
Rich Hill's 41.
Holy crap. Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So,
wow.
Rich Hill's the old guy. Wade Miley's 34.
34. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So surprise of the week. I've got two. And if I take one of yours, Cortland, I'm sorry, but the Reds made some moves. I was honestly afraid that given the slow start after the All-Star break, that ownership was like, the season's done. We'll just save all the money we can. And they didn't. They did make some bullpen moves. They addressed the weakest part of this team. So hopefully that's enough to get them into the postseason. Also, I'm surprised that Amir Garrett did not knock off Javier Baez's head with the bat that Baez threw at him.
That's our biggest surprise.
I mean, I am surprised when he threw it at him and Amir picked it up. I thought, no. I was like, oh my God, he's going to kill him.
My biggest surprise, because one of my bold predictions at the beginning of this season was that Votto would be batting 350 and be in a run for the MVP. He's not necessarily in the run for the MVP, but this whole home run stretch has just been absolutely insane because he does have those games. He does have those games where he hits home runs and you're just like, man, okay, Votto still got it, but he is just playing out of his mind right now, not right meow.
Right meow.
Yeah. So that's my biggest surprise, and I hope he continues to do it, like Justin said earlier, for the rest of the season. So he might end the season with the new home run record. We'll see.
That would be amazing.
That'd be the biggest surprise. So,
oh my gosh, that'd be so great. So those are our surprises. Let's look ahead. The Reds play the Mets this weekend. They've already won game 1, so they have 2 more today and tomorrow, and then they have 2 games against the Twins. So how is this Mets series going to end, and how is the Twins series going to go?
I hope we go 3 for 3 just for Javier Baez's sake.
Me too.
And the Twins, just because I want the Mets thing to happen, I'm gonna say 1-2 versus the Twins, just to give us a little bit of leeway. I think we'll get both, but I'm gonna say 1-2 and be happy with it if we can sweep the Mets.
Okay. My prediction is we win tonight against Rich Hill. Rich Hill has been very good, but Miley's been better. And with the way the bats have been lighting up for the Reds, I think that they're going to win tonight. I do think the Reds will lose tomorrow.
You think?
It's Gutierrez versus Stroman. It's arguably our worst starting pitcher against their best starting pitcher. Well, active starting pitcher. DeGrom's their best, but he's hurt. So, yeah, I think that we'll lose that one. And then the Twins, I think we'll win both of those. It's our 2 best pitchers in Mally and Castillo going against a team that just sold off some pieces. They traded some good players this week, and they're clearly in sell mode. They've got a 43-61 record at the moment. I think the Reds will take both of them.
Okay.
That's my pick.
All
right. So thank you for watching this 10 a.m. special
10 a.m.
show.
Saturday morning special. Yeah,
Saturday morning Reds Talk. Maybe that's what we should call the show if we do Saturday mornings.
Reds Talk
Saturday mornings. I don't know. I'm just being stupid. Please like, follow, subscribe, share, review, tweet, retweet, hashtag, all of the stuff regarding our show to get the word out. Let us know any comments or suggestions. We did mention last week, maybe we'll talk about some NFL stuff if you guys want us to, maybe on this show or maybe a spinoff show. Just let us know if that's something you'd be interested in. But yeah, share us with your friends. Sharing is caring, right?
Yep.
And Cortland, anything to add?
Nope. Thanks for listening. We'll see you guys next time.
See ya. Bye.
Bye.